What's up, guys? Studfit here. We have episode 19 of Kart Talk, and I'm joined by some really good friends. In fact, I actually feel bad I haven't done a lot to be able to bring them up in the past. I have 4 content creators and a super stud joining me. So I'll first start with you, ThisBeChriis. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you, man. Great to be here.
And then I am joined by 4 content creators that you should know. In fact, I know in the community, Frenzy Fans has been really supportive of our channel, and they just broke 1,000 subscribers. I'm so excited for them. So congratulations, Frenzy Fans. Very, very happy. It's a huge accomplishment.
Very happy. Let's go.
And I thought to myself, you know what? Why don't I do this more often with people that you may or may not know? And some are already over 1,000 subscribers, so that's exciting. But I don't feel like I've mentioned anyone that will be joining us tonight. So this is an awesome opportunity for you to get to know some YouTube content creators that you should know. So with that being said, I'll start with David Games. Welcome, man. So what I'll do is I'll have you tell the community who may or may not know you, tell them how you got started in Mario Kart Tour, and then how'd you get started in your YouTube channel?
Yeah, sure thing. So I'm David Games. I'm 17 and I like playing Mario Kart. I mean, like most of us here, the majority of us do like playing Mario Kart.
That's true.
Yeah. And so basically, I started my channel back in 2016, and it had nothing to do with like Mario Kart or anything. Most of the old videos are like gone, but I started back then, and then once about when Mario Kart Tour launched, that's when I basically started fresh on my channel, and I basically just started posting Mario Kart Tour content. And I'm more of one of those kind of people in the community that likes to speculate. I make a lot of concepts. I like to put a lot of my video editing skills to the test, which is what I'm practicing in school, because I still am in school. So I learn a lot from that kind of area. And so I like to always showcase what I know how to do and help everyone else figure out how to do it as well. So I'm more of one of those concept creators. So yeah, I like to make predictions. Pretty fun.
Awesome, man. I'll tell you what, you're probably better at editing than I am. I absolutely hate that part of the process. So I might get some tips from you later on. And so if everyone, you can check out David at David Games. I'll have the link in the description. You want to show a quick glimpse of some of your plushies there? You got quite an awesome collection.
Yeah, sure.
Show everyone.
So we've got basically the mascot of my channel. If you don't know, Monty Mole is basically the mascot of my channel. And then I've also got Kamek over here because, once again, Kamek is probably my most favorite character in the game. So it's probably like what I'm basically known for. I love like the obscure kind of characters in the Mario franchise. I'm not like about the Luigi, like everyone who loves Luigi, everyone who loves like Bowser. I'm more like, I want Birdo White. Like, I mean, like, I don't even know why I think that stuff myself, to be honest. I love the more obscure characters.
Awesome, man. Yeah, and if you like plushies and obscure characters, David Games is your channel for you, absolutely. And we'll move to the other games on the episode here. Ryder Games, welcome, man.
Hey, thanks. I'd like to be glad to be on here.
You want to tell us a little bit about your origin story, how you found Mario Kart Tour, and then how you launched your channel?
I found Mario Kart Tour because I've loved playing every single Mario Kart game. I've played every single one of them right before I started. So I was like, okay, cool. They're launching a mobile game. And I'm like, this is awesome. We get to bring another Mario Kart on the go. And I've waited a really long time for a new one. So I was really excited to play it at first. And brings me back a lot of nostalgia if I like watch like old videos again. Are
you really big into the new deluxe? You a big fan?
Oh yeah, I love Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I love the new DLC. So
awesome. So how'd you launch your channel?
I have a huge backstory with a bunch of my old YouTube channels I had when I was like a lot younger, but I don't really discuss about those anymore. But with the main channel that I have nowadays, I just wanted to find something that I wanted to play and really enjoyed. So I'm like, let's start Mario Tour videos. And I'm like, I don't care that if I don't care if people like,
Hate on the
like
game.
people. Yeah, I don't want people like hating on the game or anything, I guess. So I wanted to like try bring it more positivity and everything. So I started making videos on it. And after a little while, it took me a little bit longer and longer to get my kind of like, personal spot inside of the Mario Tour community. And I finally found my spot. And then I found all these other great YouTubers like Studfit and David and Kart Life and Frenzy Fans and just everyone. And I love doing what I'm doing now.
Very cool, man. Yeah, the passion is there. I can tell when I watch your videos. They're so ecstatic and positive. You gotta love that. Well, obviously, we'll hear a lot more about you and your channel here in a little bit. But figured we transition to Bio. Welcome, man.
Thanks for having me. So I am a pandemic player. I was working, studying a lot, and suddenly I was home and I've started playing Mario Kart Tour and I was desperate for information. I didn't know how to drift, what to pull, what I could do with my coins. And I'm Brazilian and there's no channel that any Brazilian YouTubers make for this game. There's no content. And I was so desperate for info. And I found Kart's Life and sent me this channel. And I just fall in love. He is such an amazing YouTuber and I learned so much from him. And I was inspired to do my channel myself so I could give them this information for the Brazilian community, which is huge. There's so many Brazilian players and they are not very engaged with the global community. And that's why I made my channel. And the first video I wanted to do so bad was how to drift because that was tough. I spent like 1 month trying to learn it. And when I finally did it, I had to make a video for the Facebook group, what I learned from the game. And here I am. I mostly do non-stop combo videos right now, but I also speak about the game and all the kind of stuff I post. But I really love grinding. I'm right now trying to top 10 ACR, which is really tough.
Wow.
I'm not a whale, so it's really, really tough. I'm trying to do the best of my estimated scores. And I love the community. There's so much nice YouTubers, so much nice content. And that's it.
Nice, so you're going for top 10 this tour?
Yeah.
That's incredible, man.
I'm trying, but I'm not very confident. My estimated score is 1.8 million. So I'm gonna hope for the best.
Well, we're definitely rooting for you, man. That's it's quite a feat. It takes a lot of coming from someone who finished 11th. It takes more time and effort than you ever thought imaginable. So, man, all the best of luck for you. And your channel, what percent? I mean, it's almost entirely in Spanish or in, I assume,
Actually, Portuguese, yes. So the videos that I am talking, they are 100% in Portuguese, but non-stop combo videos, I'm not speaking, it's just the run. Because I think it's nice to have a clean run with only frenzies and, people can check lines and check a nice run. I really go for the best scores in every run. So
if someone's good at this game, it doesn't matter what language they speak. You can tell right away they got the skills, man. So I'm so excited that you actually reached out to me and said, hey, you know what? The Brazilian community, they don't know what the top 10 is. Can I do like the top 10 in Portuguese and get that information to my audience? And this was a month or two ago. I was like, absolutely, man, go for it. So excited that this is Tabor's information and the feedback that we get is getting to another audience that happens to have this barrier. So thank you for breaking that barrier. I really appreciate that, Bio. And then last but not least, from the content creators, Draco655. Welcome, Draco.
Thank you, thank you. So yeah, hey guys, my name is Rico655. I'm a streamer on Twitch and also YouTuber at the same time. I have a passion so much for Mario Kart. I have like a pretty interesting story actually. When I started to play the game, I think on the first year, people tell me like the game was so much gacha, it's really bad, or I have like mixed feeling, and my phone could not actually play the game. And since September, I actually buy a game, and two of my coworkers at my job right now playing Mario Kart Tour. I was like, and I just checked their phone. I was like, oh wow, that looked cool. I have a new phone. Oh wow, maybe let's try it out. And I just got addicted to it, like really like a child.
When was this?
September this year.
Wow.
So that was I'm still like kind of like new players. And how I start my YouTube channel, well, you will probably see like interesting concept, because I try to not be like, I mean, we all do like pipe polls or reacting videos, but I try to stand out of the group. And I wanted to do like a concept where I'm talking about the Mushroom Legacy. It's like a concept where it's a team of 3 drivers. I want to play only ACR, everything on the game, grinding, anything, just with 3 drivers. So just Peach, Daisy, and Rosalina only. ACR only, top 1000. With that, I would try my best to hit that goal at some point. But I just wanted to put my 3 drivers, like I'm at Mario Kart 64, I'm a real fan of it. So that's why I choose Peach. Mario Kart Wii for Daisy, because one of the best drivers, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which I'm a World Record holder for mini category on items 200cc. I love Mario Kart 8. So Rosalina, she's my king, and beautiful Rosa. So I put the 3 in the mix, and I'm trying so hard to one day hit top 1000 with this concept. And I try to bring people along the way. So it's like another concept to why I go for this and why you other people will go for that. And instead of using meta characters or drivers, I'm using my own fun skill, and I'm trying to raise them to max level and see how it goes.
That's awesome. Can you use alts like
yes,
okay.
Every alts babies are accepted. I include the costumes. I feel I'm not cheating on that part, but I feel they're okay. But yeah, I mean, every alts counts, and so far it's doing great. I studied in Space Tour, actually record all the new videos of the concept, and so far I'm looking good. First time, I mean, I'm gonna reveal I hit 800,000 points in ACR for the first time. So the account looking great.
Awesome, man. And then you had a poll video where you pulled all your tokens. I think it was like Saturday. I was like, man, I haven't even really, maybe it might have been Sunday. And I was like, I had barely gotten started. So the fact you got to 8,000 whatever tokens by then,
yeah.
And it took off. There was a lot of people that checked you out. So exciting to see new players in the game, new channels start to take off. So thank you guys all for sharing that background. And ThisBeChriis, I obviously you don't have your own channel, so I asked you to kind of share something that kind of connected you to the game in a very unique way. What you got?
Yeah, so for me, I was never a huge gamer, but I definitely played a ton of Mario Kart on the Wii. That was, you know, one game that I always play with my friends, whether it was college or even later on, like postgraduate school. You know, so a lot of great memories with Mario Kart. Obviously grew up playing Mario, and I also have a 8-year-old son who's incredibly into Mario. And so, you know, he first downloaded the game kind of right at the beginning. I thought it was weird that it was vertical, but ended up downloading it just to play the multiplayer with him. You know, and then kind of from there just started to get, you know, more and more addicted. And then, you know, then it was adding on the gold pass, and then it was learning about all the meta, and there's just so much more to this game that it's not just kind of like something you sit down and play once. It's something you can continue to play for months and months and kind of like grow your skills in your account, which is, I've never ever played any game like that. Everything was always, you know, sit down, you know, play a console game for a few minutes or whatever. So, so yeah, really addicted to it, still play with my son. Yeah, that's kind of my story.
Yeah, man, we all got sucked in. It's a very addictive game where you just kind of start playing, then you realize, oh, I got to get rubies. I got to win ranked. And then next thing you know, you're just like, oh man, can't wait for the new tour. Wonder what things I should invest in. Next thing you know, you're on a podcast talking about Mario Kart Tour. So ecstatic to have you guys all on. We'll kick it off right with an icebreaker. ThisBeChriis, you had a really good one. I figured we'll start there.
Yeah, so I was thinking, over the past, couple tours, we've obviously gotten this really nice influx of high-end tickets. And so kind of asking with more so with the recent characters, whether it was, this tour, maybe last tour or something, was there a character you decided to sort of, plant your flag on? Like, I got all these tickets, boom, we're going however high you could go or whatever. For me, I guess I'll start. It's Pink Ninja, Shy Guy, Ninja, as some people say. Kind of what set me over the edge to it was, not only I kind of agree with what Steph has been saying on the other videos, rundown and stuff about, I think this is going to be the year of the giant banana, the year of the banana. I love playing with giant banana, A, and then B, I just realized today that at level 8 that he unlocks all the courses this week for ranked. So I decided, you know what, let's just do it. Let's go all in. Only got a couple driver tickets left, but say love you.
I like it, man. I like it. So the question is what's one investment you made with all these tickets that you got? Where you plant that flag, you say, you know what, this is going to be the one item that I'm going to carry. I specifically mentioned, kind of right as we were going into level 8, to kind of take a step back from the game and think about like what you enjoy about the game. And I hope each of you guys kind of, took a step and thought about it like that. And probably came in with all these level tickets and said, you know what, this is it. This is where the direction I'm going. This is where I'm going to have fun this year. Ryder, you want to start us out? Where do you plant your flag? What's the item that you invested in that you're the most proud of?
Oh, for sure, Vacation Luigi. He's gotten a lot of good value in his boomerang skill. I also love his design too. I love the way that they made him. And yeah, I've got him at 6 right now. I actually got him to 6 this tour, and I just went all out with him. I could get him to 7 right now too if I wanted to, but I'm gonna keep saving for now until, to see how better his value keeps getting.
I was gonna say, since you've done that investment, had you had a crazy run? Was there like a track where you were like, you wanted to flex it and be like, hey, look at this. This is so much fun.
No, I haven't gotten the good run yet. I've been getting actually pretty terrible runs with him so far, but I hope sometime soon I get a good run.
Well, good. Earlier today, which for people who are watching it was yesterday, I recorded a boomerang video, and Vacation Luigi got a little spotlight there. So hopefully you enjoy that, Ryder. Bio, where'd you play your flag, man?
So I very meta focused. So I hardly spend in nice characters, which I love, which is Daisy, and that's the one thing I hate in this game. I can never use tickets in Daisy, but it's okay.
Oh.
And yeah, coin boxes. This tour, I know I'm trying for top 10, so I invested a lot, and I'm really proud of the Sakura Hop Rod. It's level 7 double capped for me right now, and he's in 10 tracks for me, so it's huge. And also Silver King and King Bob-omb, they are just amazing this tour for me. All level 8 triple cap.
I love it, man. So the Sakura, the brand new one.
Yeah, the brand new one.
All right, we'll get into a little bit more about the Sakura Hop Rod. It's
wait, was that King Bob-omb or King Bob-omb Gold?
Gold.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
not King Bob-omb Gold. Good
distinction there.
Yeah,
I saw a lot of the
Roberto.
Yes, good old Roberto. Well, he mentioned Daisy, so Draco, this is obviously a good transition to you. Where'd you plant your flag, man?
So since I'm pretty much, relatively new to the game and I don't have much tickets, I need to plan all my tickets. So, and you give me like mostly my most information about the top 10 rankings. So I follow that carefully every single week. And then I planned, my first driver was PGP to level 7. So I make her to level 8, and I actually invest the rest into Cat Rosalina to level 7. And I'm actually want to her to level 8 because I kind of like my Rosalina. After that, Golden Wing, too much values, level 8 right away, and Yellow Off-Roaders, which is in my heart, level 8 as well. And I'm still have my Red Crawley card to level 7, but I don't think I'm gonna max it yet to level 8. But that's pretty much all my investment, and they're carrying me a lot. So
yeah, Golden Wings and Yellow Off-Roader, especially last week, came in real clutch for you. That is for sure. David Games, man, what investments did you make? Where'd you plant your flag?
My boy.
Yeah.
I got him to 8 triple capped, maxed out. So he's fully maxed. Like I said, I've always loved Kamek. Kamek Tour, probably my my favorite tour. And the fact I got him in my first 10 pull was just amazing. And then immediately after, I'm like, okay, got to get him to 6. So I used to be a spender. I used to be what you would call a whale. Well, I mean, you can't really get rid of that whale roll, but I've dialed it back a lot. But I used to spend everything at the same time. So I didn't ever really get him. It took me about a few months to get him to 6. But then once the level 8 got announced, I'm like, okay, got to take him to 7. And then once I got enough tickets, I'm like, okay, I'm going to get him to 8. And then now he's good. He's like my king right now. He's 3DS Rainbow
nice.
Road. 3DS Rainbow Road R comes back, or I think it's T or R. I can't remember, but
You'll be crushing it.
I'll be crushing it. I'm going to be so excited.
That's awesome, man. I can tell you what, everyone's answer really revolved around, that thing I was describing, which is, find what you enjoy about the game and use the tickets. And thankfully they gave us those tickets so that we could have fun the way we want to. So you can tell everyone here is passionate and found a way to use those tickets. For myself, I just finished my final piece of the puzzle, which was to take the meta trifecta to 8 700. So the Silver King, Yellow Off-Roader, and Vampire Flyers now all 8 700. So for me, that was something I wanted to do. Now I'm still starting to fill in the pieces of all the assumed tracks that have come out in the last year that I don't have at that level. So it's really fun for me because I already planted my flag. Now I'm just putting my money where my mouth is. So I'm really stoked about that. But you guys kind of already opened up some of the conversations. I can either go to Sakura Hop Rod or I can go to Pink Shy Guy Ninja, but we got Pink on the mind. So let's start with Ninja. So how do you feel about the new Ninja Shy Guy? Are you, how do you, specifically Groovy asks, how do you feel about the new Shy Guy Ninja? Are you underwhelmed by the lack of effort they put instilled into the concept? Do you feel this was an opportune time to present Yellow Shy Guy? Did its ability surprise you of Giant Banana? So we'll start with Ninja Shy Guy. What was your reaction to Ninja Shy Guy Pink and having the Giant Banana?
For me, it was mainly I was shocked. Like I saw everyone's reaction was like, oh, it's Pink Shy Guy. Okay. It's a new Kart. Okay. And I'm like, in mirror action, I'm like, that's a new Shy Guy. I'm like, no one noticed it, but like I saw the little purple headband. I'm like, it's brown usually. I know my Shy Guys. It's usually brown. This is a new Ninja Shy Guy. And I looked it over and I'm like, he's got the sword. Let's go. Shy Guy Ninja. I went to 2 out of 100 for him. Like I said, whale. I was a whale. I still sort of am. I don't really know how to whale, I guess you could say. That's what I consider myself.
You're recovering. You're a recovering whale.
I'm recovering. Yes.
Yes, I like it. Okay.
But yeah, I love Ninja Shy Guy, so I had to pull for him. And Giant Banana, I mean, I thought it was gonna be Hammer because like I don't know, they couldn't really do much, but definitely not Giant Banana.
So who all has Pink Shy Guy? Pinja. Raise your hands. So Draco, what's holding you back, man? What hesitation do you have about Pinja?
Well, I mean, Pinja, it looked cool. I mean, it's a ninja, but when I saw actually the other end, the Peach Yukata, I was like, yes, it's a new driver for my concept. Ninja is really cool. I mean, I was really surprised. Giant Banana is an amazing skill, very useful. I hope you get great value. Honestly, it's a very wonderful car, drivers. But I mean, I can already use it, so why I would pour for that? So instead, I would spend all my rubies into the weak 2 pipes and having some fun with my Peach Yukata, which I think I want to invest her to level 7 actually after I'm done with Cat Rosalina. So I'm going all in after that on that one.
You definitely are zigging while everyone else is zagging. That is for sure. Do you like Giga by the way?
It's interesting. That's the first time I tried with one. I really like the AoE effect with the explosion, which give a lot of points, but I did not try it, the special kill with it. So I'm loving it so far. So a new skill to drive. I mean, can I go wrong with that?
No worries, man. Yeah, I mean, I think if you go after passion, it doesn't. She could have had heart, and you would or bubble, and you still probably would have gotten it. So I'm with you there. What about you, Ryder, man? What you think of the giant banana? Were you surprised by the skill? You think it was appropriate for the Pincha?
I think it was pretty good. My reaction to the character the first time, I actually never noticed it when I was reacting to the trailer for the first time, and I had to go like on Discord and figure that out. I'm like, oh, this is a new alt. Like it was so well hidden at first. Then I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see it more now after rewatching it. I thought it was pretty funny that most YouTubers that I actually watched didn't know where it was. Like I thought it was funny. So I'm glad I'm not the only one. I think Giant Banana is pretty good, and I think it suits Pink Ninja Shy Guy pretty well. So, yeah.
Now, to Groovy's point, what do you think about? They just came out with this yellow Shy Guy. This is super with Giant Banana, and then they come out with another Shy Guy. Obviously a Ninja version, but with Giant Banana. Do you think that this is kind of a I know Sammy D had mentioned, these Shy Guys kind of pop out of, and bananas are kind of left behind. Do you think there's some association? Do you think we'll have other Shy Guy Banana, or do you think they just really wanted this concept and they said, you know what, forget it, we're just gonna do another Giant Banana with another Shy Guy?
I think if they were gonna do like a yellow Shy Guy, I think they might give him like triple bananas, because we still don't have a triple bananas super character yet. So I feel like that's kind of possible.
I've been saying this since day one. Triple banana super character.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
That could be fun.
they had it in the beta. They had it in the beta. Yeah, they had it for I think it was like Larry and some other Koopaling and then some supers as well. But
interesting. Well, what about you, Bio Man?
I actually didn't notice a Ninja Shy Guy on the trailer, and I saw that on Sammy D reaction, and I was like, what? And I love pink. I just really love pink. I really love the pink ninja, and it was such a nice alternative to Samurai Mario, because I was not very happy to pull in a 100 pipe again. So I pass on it, and I love this pink Shy Guy. I love this skill, and I was really surprised with Giant Banana. And it's such a nice, great skill to play. Just frontline, and don't worry, everyone else. Just get bananas behind, and that's amazing. It's not so hard as Boomerang or Look 7. You don't have to be in a certain position. You just frontline and be happy. So I really enjoyed that.
I love it, man. What about you, Chris?
Yeah. So for me, any high-end driver, who's a spotlight and a special pipe with a plus skill is, an automatic must-have.
Take my rubies.
What's that? Yeah, exactly.
Take my rubies. Yeah.
And then so, aesthetically, in terms of that, I couldn't care less what color it is. I think they probably went non-yellow because of Yellow Pit Crew Toad recently. That's just kind of my guess. I don't know. I can't remember if he was the last character with the color in the name or not. But it's not like Nintendo holds themselves too much to matching aesthetics with skill. We have half the new drivers, they're wearing something that's a different item than the skill they have. So I think that's just not something they factor in. But yeah, love the driver. Obviously have him level 8, so ready to rock and roll with him.
You are ready. You are ready to rock and roll. So Shy Guy Kart, who's obviously a little biased. I think he's a big fan of Shy Guy. Nothing nothing really giving that away. But do you think Pinja will get great buffs or end up like Sunshine Mario? Now he says, keep in mind, he's a pretty common driver since he's a spotlight in 50 pipes. What are your thoughts? Will Pinja be, and Chris, we'll just go ahead and surpass you and get the rest of the field. Do you think, with probably Draco, you're probably the most unbiased here. How do you feel? Do you think, your biases aside, do you think that Pinja will be useful? Do you think he'll get good buffs, or do you think he'll get the sunshine treatment?
I think it will probably have like a great value in the future. Probably not right now, because there's like too much probably overlaps with other good drivers like Boomerang and Coinbox. But I think he will have a decent shot at it. I don't think being a spotlight, in a 150 pipe will make him less valuable. I hope it will get value, honestly. But yeah, I think he have a fair shot.
Gold Roberto was also a spotlight, and it's amazing. It's really amazing. I really believe Pink Shy Guy will be great. And that game has a Mario curse, which every Mario out is awful. So I don't think Shy Guy suffer from that.
Except for Satellaview.
Yes, Satellaview.
Except
That's
for
the one,
Satellaview.
the only
He's doing
one.
well. Yeah, he's doing well. What about you, Ryder?
I think it's gonna kind of take the same route as the record setter. Like when I pulled for record setter, I honestly thought it was gonna be good at first, and then I'm like, okay, it hasn't really been too well, I guess. It did start getting a few more buffs, I noticed this tour and last tour. So I'm like, okay, that's a little bit better. But I think Pink Ninja Shy Guy is kind of going to go the same way, because most spotlights aren't really good at first from special pipes, at least from what I've noticed when I pulled for them. And a little bit later on, they actually start getting a lot of good value. So that's what I think. I think Pink Ninja Shy Guy is going to take that route too.
Yeah, we don't really see that many spotlight drivers coming from a special pipe. Usually the spotlights we see are carts or gliders. I do think in general, just again, that's in general, again, you'll find exceptions, but most most spotlight items or new items that are introduced in a special pipe seem to have, a higher floor than other items, in my opinion. There's a couple exceptions. I'm not a big fan of what they did to Frostwing as an example. But Galaxy Gliders, one I use all the time, and some of these other carts and gliders, I feel like they've done a really good job of making sure that people still see a lot of value and want to go into those pipes versus only going in for the Marios, whatever else people are going. So I do think it's going to be. I think you already saw my opinion, and honestly, the more days I go by and I see Edoodle and I see ThisBeChriis, I see everyone taking a mate. I mean, honestly, I was almost going to pull the trigger 2 or 3 times today. I'll probably pull the trigger by the time this video is released and taking him to 8. To be honest with you, I already double uncapped him and I have him at 7. So it's just a matter of time. It's just before I get the impulses. But yeah, I think overall, to Shy Guy Kart's question, I don't think it'll be treated like Sunshine Mario. I think I mentioned this a while back, and I'll make this quick, but they made that little tweak to the bananas coming off the giant banana pin paired with a banana glider. They made that change, and for me, that was a telltale sign of what's to come. So I think they're not afraid to give this guy some value. And it wasn't until I did this boombox video till I realized how much better when it comes to boomboxable tracks that Kangaroo Yoshi was than Shy Guy Ninja when it comes to number of tracks total, number of boomboxable tracks. So I also have this other theory where in a family there's kind of a favorite child, and of the alts they kind of favor one, and we thought the Shy Guy Ninja was just kind of getting that treatment. But when we looked back at it and you kind of compare him to Kangaroo Yoshi, he doesn't have as good coverage or as good boomboxable tracks, but then also he hasn't been part of ranks. So I think that this is a great opportunity for them to show Shy Guy Ninja some love. Now, with all that being said, I'm kind of curious what you guys think about this Sakura Hop Rod, because I was expecting it to be in a spotlight. but it wasn't. So is it going to be even like, is it going to be like treated like that new item as special pipe, but on steroids and just be like even more bombastically amazing? Or do you think it's just going to be kind of forgotten about, just like all the other hop rods? Bio, this is a good place for you to state your case.
So I also believe in this favorite child, and there's no good hop rod. And this is a non-spotlight one. And for me, in my inventory, it's just great. It has 9 tracks, and in 6 of them, it's the better option I had, because they were tracks that I didn't have anything upgraded. So I just pulled the trigger on it. And I don't really like the hop rods or anything, but I invested it for this ACR, and I think it's gonna be a good card, mainly because it's not spotlight. It's like Tanuki Rosalina, which is insane right now, and it was not a spotlight. And they tend to really increase the number of tracks of these items. So I'm really hopeful for that.
All right, so we heard the defendant. Anyone want to play the plaintiff? Anyone think that Sakura Hop Rod is going to be garbage? Anyone want to take that stance? If not, I'll state what my thought process is. Specifically with my meta trifecta, and I'm filling some gaps from. So one of the gaps I have is Mushroom Gorge. Mushroom Gorge regular, I have the black dozer. I'm solid there. But R and T, I'm not doing so great. I've been using Cactar. I have it at a medium level. But I'm with you. I'm like, hey, what if I put it in Sakura? I have this new shiny new thing invested in, cover some gaps. Maybe I go that direction. But then we also have this armored, is it the armored warrior or armored something?
Armored warrior.
Was it?
I think it's armored warrior.
Armored warrior.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a nice big hitbox and has also the same mushroom gorges, but it doesn't have the Ninja Hideaways that the Sakura Hop Rod has. Because I also wonder if that's going to be a city track. So I'm going to transition to the Ninja Hideaway. Should we treat it like a city? But before, anyone else want to say anything about the Sakura Hop Rod? Does it fill gaps for you? Anyone pulling for that item specifically? What do you think? We'll start with you, David.
Okay, so in my pipe pulls, I drained the pipe and I got Pinja, and then I reset the pipe, and in my first 10 pull, I did indeed get the Sakura Hop Rod. So that was a really big win for me. I also beat the pipe. And yeah, I got like 7 high-ends and 6 10 pulls, so it
That's
evens
awesome.
out.
Yeah.
And I actually believe that it will be one of the 4 to actually get really good buffs, because I mean Dark Hop Rod, is that any good? Like I feel like it's been ranked decent amount, but I think Sakura will be topping that. I think it'll be like another one of those like yellow off-roader situations. I think it'll get a lot of buffs.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I think it'll get a lot of buffs.
Wow. That's those are some strong, to put it in the category of yellow off-roaders. Pretty bold. To your point though, I will say when we had the top 10 last year, there were, I think, probably 2 or 3 tours pretty early on where both, I think the Jade Hop Rod was in the top 10 and maybe the Dark Hop Rod was in the top 15 or so. But it was pretty short-lived, and they never really broke like the top 5. But they were present there, and so it was really interesting. I didn't know why they were both in there though. I think the Crimson was the one that was the least interesting. But yeah, you know what? You're right though. Is none of them really broke into like the top 5. They were never dominant. So might open the way. But Ryder or Draco, you want to add anything to that? Sakura?
You can go if you want Ryder first.
Sure,
I think it's going to get good value, honestly, because with it not being Spotlight, I think since it's also new, I think it's going to get a lot of value. I think it's going to get way more value than King Ninja Shy Guy. However, I do think it's probably going to die out after a few tours or so when it's been first launched. So
It is a little bit, I'm a little scared that there's too many Ninja Hideaway tracks in it, which leads us to this next question. Should Ninja Hideaway, the track that we see maybe once or twice a year, should that coverage be treated like a city track? Should it be treated like an assumed track that's kind of recirculating? Or should it be something in between? And then if it is something in between, you got to state your case. How are you going to treat it differently when it comes to investing than other items that are either circulating or a city investment? Anyone can take a stab at this one.
It pains me to say it, but I think it kind of has to be treated like a city track. And that if you just step back and look at the numbers, they are what they are. And I think that, most players fall into one of two camps. You're either going to invest in things that you love, or you're going to invest in things, or invest in things purely for the meta. So, I love it. It's probably my favorite track out of all the tracks, definitely the best soundtrack. But if it's only going to show up once a year, then you got to consider what it is. I mean, plus even if they started to sprinkle in more of these rare tracks, you've got multiple versions of city tracks. We don't have Ninja Hideaway 2 and 3, and so potentially it could even show up less. Even if they start to be more generous with the limited tracks or whatnot.
Well, to that point, also, if you think about it, if we get another Paris tour. Or another, Singapore tour, they don't always bring back Singapore 1, they just give you so it's tough to try to judge that. David, were you going to add something there?
Yeah, I was actually going to say, I sort of count them as a half. I sort of count Ninja Hideaways and Merry Mountains as half. And adding them to assumed value, because honestly, they appear much more than other city tracks. So I wouldn't really want to consider them a city track.
Oh, so as you're doing spreadsheets and as you're filling things out, do you kind of just kind of fudge the half there and just kind of
yeah, I sort of make it so if they have 2 Ninja Hideaways, then yeah, put them together, that's 1. Or something like that.
Okay. All right. Hey,
for me, it's like the first ever time I play on Ninja Highway, and I'm just loving it, man. I'm listening to this music over and over. I just want to keep grinding this track, resetting. Just the first lap for me, it's just wonderful. I think so. It would be considered as city track because look like it's not happening a lot. Probably the second time, as already we know. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at those car drivers with a lot of Ninja. I was like, a terrible value already. Maybe it's just because it's a city. I mean, I hope it showed more because this track is just phenomenal. I want to play more. This is probably the best tour for me right now. I'm just loving it.
Such a fun tour.
No, I mean the track, I think we can all admit is fun, and I wonder if this is their flagship track where maybe people who maybe step away from the game, say over the summer, the following spring, what's back probably in this game that I quit? It's probably this Ninja Hideaway. I'm gonna play this game again. Maybe that's their thing, that they're hoping to get people coming back to the game. I don't know, but it is interesting to try to think about things from a meta perspective, like investment. Bio Rider, you guys want to add anything to that?
So I really think it should be considered like a city track, but since the last Sydney tour, I kind of stopped thinking about the city tracks and stuff, because you can think about Kangaroo Yoshi and Ship's Wheel. They have so many Sydney tracks and they're just really great anyway. So I like to think that way. If I believe that the item could have a good value, so I just invested.
I could get that. Ryder, what do you think?
I think it's just going to be treated as a city track. I mean, it kind of already is right now, at least. So I don't really have any opinions on it. I just think it'll be treated as a city track. And it's a little bit disappointing to see because it's my most favorite tour track too. So
yeah, man, I for sure get that. What Giant Banana Driver? So it's interesting, right? We got this Shy Guy Ninja, and we're all pink, and we're all pumped about it. But we also did get this DK Mii Suit with Giant Banana and it gets this nice little base points boost. I mean, how do you compare these two? Obviously we got the Mii's and their own different trajectory that they got. And then you have Pinja, which is so much fun, and it's in a cool tour. It's a celebration. I don't know, man. Which one do you think will be more useful this year?
Ninja.
I was gonna say probably Pink Ninja, honestly.
On the basis that it's not a Mii Suit, or what do you think? For me, you can go ahead, Draco. I'll let you go first.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I think that it'll just get more value, honestly, because they're gonna have like I'm just seeing it as this perspective, like they're gonna have the DK suit. From the looks of it, it looks like it's always gonna be in the Mii shop, so you could basically just buy it anytime. I think if the stuff is more rare, I feel like they're gonna give the stuff more value. That's how I see it personally.
That's the point. But for whales, you want the Mii Suit because the base points are just insane for scores. If that is a Pinja and a DK Mii Suit in one track, of course if you want the bigger score, you need to go with the Mii Suit, right? And this Mii thing is kind of obscure because we don't know how this will evolve into the game and how many of them we'll have. But imagine like 30 Mii Suits or 300 points. It's just a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, for me, I'm just care about because we just already see this tour, the Mii costume did not get as lot of buff as we expected. So I think that would be probably the field treatment, and gonna have more and more suit to it, and probably there'll be just a rare items in a way. But I think Pink Ninja have way better chance to have more values very fast than probably a couple of Mii Suit, and those Mii Suit would be a cover less than track than others. So that's what I'm scared of. The base point is incredible, but what is better, something with probably 20 or 30 tracks compared to something maybe with 10, 15, probably the Pink Ninja would be a better investment, I think, in long term.
Yeah, I think I echo that. I think because of that base point difference that we're not going to see a lot of Mii buffs. Otherwise, they'd be forced to do one of two things. They'd be forced to give all the Miis all the same tracks, because if you have 20 something Miis and they've all got tons of cities, then there's no reason for anyone to spin rubies on or even play with any other non Mario first characters. So it would pretty much just completely change the game. So it kind of depends, I think, on where your account is and how you want to play the game. If you love a Mii Suit, rock and roll. Obviously the whales are going to be going for it because on those courses when they do show up in ACR and ranked, they're going to have that advantage, and so that's how they're investing in the game. But yeah, I think that so for me, I like to have great coverage so that when I decide to go for ACR runs, I can have to spend less time or less investment and things. So for me, it's Pinja, but I have the Mii Suits. I'm kind of collecting them, I guess, but I'm not investing in any of them in terms of high-end level tickets until it for me would be something just really advantageous for my account.
Yeah, I do think if when somebody does put their neck out there and start investing in these Mii Suits, they'll get attention because I don't see very many people go in that direction. I see so many people like Shy Guy, Kart, and you, Chris, and Diddle, and hopefully maybe me tomorrow, investing in this pink Shy Guy Ninja. But I don't see a lot of people doing the DK Suit. But I think I saw, I don't know if it was Wootmoo or Knights or some of these guys do it. And I was like, that's a smart idea. And I'm like, maybe that's the direction to go. So I think everyone's in kind of a wait and see approach. But on paper, man, it makes a lot of sense.
It does, but what's interesting is not just the high-end tickets, but the points cap tickets. Because if you're going to take 3 or 4 Miis to 1,400 and then just to get that super benefit of the base point, that's a whole lot of point cap tickets that you're not going to have for characters, let's say, who I think are going to provide the majority of your coverage. So it's going to be real interesting, and you know how frequently those Mii tracks show up in ranked and ACR. You know, that's going to help determine, at least for me, where those tickets are going to go.
Yeah, I'll have to wait, but one thing it's certain for me, it's like golden Mii Suit. It's gonna be insane. It's already insane, right?
Yeah, that'll be pretty OP.
It's in top 15 already, and it's not in the game yet.
How crazy is that? How crazy is now one of the downsides to the Mii Suits is that as of right now, they only have 3 unlocked tracks, one level 3, one at level 6, and one at level 8. One thing that caught our attention this tour around that same type of concept was the record setter. There was some news that came out today in I don't think it was in the news, it was just in like a known issues. It said, I want to get your interpretation of this. It says, when the high-end record setter glider reaches level 8, it unlocks 2 favorite courses. Usually high-end drivers, karts, and gliders will get 1 favorite course unlocked. Note, there are no plans to adjust this. So what are your thoughts? I'll start with you, Ryder, because I know you had already mentioned you were expecting some good things from this record setter.
I think it was an interesting idea. I just think it's kind of weird that they kind of gave this specific glider just, 2 unlockable tracks at level 8. I thought it was very strange, but not gonna complain because, I might start investing into it soon if it keeps getting more and more value.
So do you think they made a mistake and they said, you know what, we're not going to retroactively fix it? Or do you think they actually are just like pointing at it and say, hey, by the way, guys, have you seen this yet?
I think it was kind of a mistake because if this was the only glider or any kind of item in the game that had this, I think that they accidentally just did that. And that's why they mentioned it in the news, like in the notice regarding new issues, and they kind of just, kept it that way because, if it's like that already, you can't really change it. So that was kind of, I think that they just accidentally did that and decided to keep it the way it is.
I hope it's not a mistake because I would love to see other level 8. Maybe it's like a little bonus to the level 8 they did not mention. It's like, hey, in the future, probably like other drivers or new items will have to level 8. And here we go. And we have like level 6 treatment to level, 2 tracks. So we'll see.
That's exactly what I was thinking when I was writing my answers to the questions. I was like, I think this is literally a hint towards in the future they're going to say, okay, so all high-ends and supers will get 1 additional track for level 8. And I don't think they'll do it they'll give it to commons because they disrespect commons so badly. I think everyone does at this point. But I think they'll give 1 to supers and then they'll give an additional 1 to high-ends except for the record setter. And so Heinz will have 2 unlocked and then supers will have 1 unlocked. I think that's basically what they're planning to do.
Yeah.
Anyone think
it says usually they'll get 1.
Yeah.
The question is, what does usually mean? That's really what it comes down to. And only Nintendo knows that. I think it was more likely something they were testing, planning, or thinking about doing, and I think it's a mistake. But
yeah.
See?
For me, I think invested right now, really. For me, it's just like Nintendo saying, this is the glider you want to focus. I mean, how can they mistake on that? Really, 1 item.
Yeah, like how
It's
can
so
you make a
weird.
mistake about that?
So weird. Like all the Mii's have 1 track only, then just a random glider gets a new track. I'm not sure about a mistake.
It's almost like they were like, we want to buff this thing, but we don't want to give it like a normal track. Then how about we just throw it in? Like, yeah, who on the quality control side of things, or just let that one slip through. In turn 4, I know it gets a lot of flack, but this is like next level mistake here.
Yeah.
It was the same person that gave Yellow Birdo 1 track at the very beginning. It was like the Yellow Birdo.
I never see that.
Turbo Birdo.
And
yeah, like when the Yellow Birdo and Yellow Turbo Birdo were released, they both had 1 track.
Wow,
it's crazy.
Yeah, well, poor Toadette and poor Morton. There's a lot of people that have been
Diddy Kong, yeah, unfortunately. I'm still not sure even how I feel about it.
part of me doesn't necessarily want to worry about like, how did we get to this point, but more like, so do you think now Nintendo's, you remember how like when we had the Bronze Gate where they accidentally messed up something so people couldn't get the silver suit 1 week early, so they gave an extra bronze suit to somebody? Like, how is Nintendo going to, address this mistake in a different way? Does that mean that they're going to buff this record setter even more, or are they going to snub it because now like they've given too much advantage? I don't know anymore. Like, up is down, down is up. I'm very confused at this point.
They're just gonna give it to everyone in the gift box. Just, here's the record setter. We messed up. Sorry.
I think it's just an Easter egg, and it's just for more in the future what the game would bring to us. So
I think they'll probably keep this as the only second unlock at level 8 for probably 2 or 3 months. I do believe that because I think they want to keep it like an Easter egg. Like, hey, you never know what could happen. We could maybe make a mistake and just totally buff the crap out of something that you have and really want it. I don't know. Now, we've gotten a full hour into this episode and haven't talked about the new Mario Samurai. How could we possibly have gotten this far without bringing them up? Were you caught off guard with Groovy asked this question? Were you caught off guard with Samurai Mario's new ability? Is there an ability that you had anticipated him to have? And how'd you process another boomerang driver coming after Luigi Vacation?
I think everyone here was thinking coin box.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can speak for everyone here. I know I was thinking it, and Ryder was also thinking it. I think I saw that Sammy was talking about it as well. Not really sure, but I think everyone was saying coin box. And then we saw the gold Yoshi. We're like, there we go.
yeah,
There
we go.
Now, I will say I didn't think it was going to be coin box just because it was too obvious. But my guess was that they were going to give him like a brand new skill, because I do think like his look like was screaming, something new, something shaken up, something innovative. Now, this is the first Mario alt with boomerang. It's not a baby. I'm not counting babies, but this is the first Mario with boomerang. Like, this should be a big deal, and everyone's talking about Pink Shy Guy Ninja. So, and I know part of his coverage is mixed, but why do you think everyone's not kind of overlooking this? Is it the Mario curse, and the fact that other than Saddle of You, we think that Mario is going to get poor buffs, or why is he getting overlooked?
I guess maybe because we have like 25 Mario outs, and for me, I'm not very excited for Mario outs ever. I really hope they gave the K out or any other coupling, but they never do that, and there's always a new Mario. So I'm really happy we have Pink Shy Guy. It's kind of relief for me, but I think it might be better, like Satellaville, because Boomerang is just really as good as Coinbox for me. It's harder to get the score, but I feel like this Mario is going to be better.
Now let me ask you this: what if things were switched? What if we did like a little skill swap, and Mario Samurai had Giant Banana and Pink Shy Guy Ninja had Boomerang? Would we be all clamoring after the Mario Samurai, or to your point, Bio, would we be like, you know what, it's just another Mario, Giant Banana, they're gonna snub them? What do you think if things were switched? What would you treat anything different?
Maybe, but there's a problem. The pipe's not very good, right? It's a 6 high-end pipe, and I think that's the main problem. And Pink Shy Guy was a spotlight in a 15 pipe, and it has 5 high ends on it. So that's a better option naturally, right? For me, that is the main problem. And second, it's Mario out. That's for me.
I was shocked with another Boomerang, honestly. I mean, I was wishing for no coin box, and he got Boomerang, which is a great skill. But I feel it's like too soon because we already got like Luigi Vacation. I was hoping for Peach get like the boomerang instead of Giga Bomb. I was very surprised, totally surprised. I was not expecting that. I was like expecting probably like Fireball or Heart again for Peaches, but Giga Bomb is, I guess it's better. But I was wishing like if Boomerang was instead on Peach, I'm pretty sure like a lot of people will actually pull into week 2 rather than just the Mario ones. But I mean, they always come up with new Marios almost every single tour. So
that was shocking, right? Such a cute Peach with the Giga Bomb. I was like,
Well, she had like some kind of something or other with a blooper on it, and then she had the boo,
the
like,
hearts.
yeah, man. I don't know.
I'm just glad we're getting another Giga Bomb because we have not had one since Gold Shy Guy. It's such an underrated skill.
Okay, state your case. Why is that? Why is that?
It well, if you're in like the 3rd, 4th, 5th place, like somewhere in the middle there, you can easily get so much points while getting back up the first. Like if you see the frenzy of it, it's so overpowered, unless on Ghost Valley where it's like just fall off the edge every time. But it's such a large blast zone, and so I really think that it's just great. It's best for both ways. Like you get more points and you get to get back front running. So it's the best either way. I mean, yes, you can't throw it back, but I mean, if you're really when you usually get the item, you're usually in 3rd, 4th, or 5th place, so you never really have to throw it back. Like there's always people in front of you that you would rather throw it forward with. So that's sort of my claim.
All right.
I really wish that Giga Bomb could give you points for just hitting and not only exploding. I think that item would be better. Like, you know, it's like a giant bomb and it doesn't do anything, just explode. You know, I wish it could give points for hitting also.
I also do find it weird how in the actual challenge that it was introduced in with King Bob-omb, he can throw it backwards, but you can't.
Oh, could he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, like in the like little icon for the versus Mega King Bob-omb, he literally shows it like throwing it backwards, and I'm like, what's the point of this if you're not gonna implement it into the full game?
Well, they did buff the skill. When we had Ben on in the rundown, he talked a lot about how that skill got a nice little buff to little added points for it. So I haven't really used the skill in a large quantity. There's a couple times where I'm using it for today's challenge or something, but I don't even know I don't even know how the points would compare. Worth checking out for sure. That's interesting. I know we've kind of wanted a Bowser shell driver because like that's a fun one too. Coming from coming from behind, you just get a lot of hits and knocking people over. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of fun. It's probably, I always felt like Giga Bomb was a Bowser shell light, kind of just a lighter version of it. But yeah, I don't know. But so back to our question about Mario Samurai. Did anyone pull for him other than myself?
I did.
I think Ryder did.
Okay, so Ryder, what pulled you in?
I think he was like about halfway through the pipe when I got him. I think it was around like 60, somewhere around there. I don't remember very much.
Do you like Mario alts or do you like boomerang alts or kind of what was the most tempting aspect of him?
Well, the most tempting part about it at first was that I love ninja styled and samurai styled kinds of stuff. It wasn't really just about Mario itself. Like I really liked the styles of, samurai, Japanese, ninja kind of stuff. So I'm like, okay, this is really cool. I actually kind of like this Mario alt. Most Mario alts I don't really care for nowadays, but this one specifically was really cool designed, and I always loved using it in like Odyssey when it was, in Odyssey. So I expected Coinbox at first because to me, in my opinion, he looked like a coin boxer, especially with his like coins design like up on his helmet up here. So I'm like, yeah, I think it's gonna be Coinbox. And then I was thrown a little bit off guard when it was Boomerang, because I was actually kind of expecting Pink Ninja Shy Guy kind of take the same route as normal Ninja Shy Guy and get Boomerang. at first, but I'm like, okay, cool. He has boomerang. That makes him kind of better for me, in my opinion, because I love, like I said, I love the samurai stuff. So I already planned on pulling for him anyway.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. He looks awesome. He looks so cool.
Yes.
I mean, I get it. We're burnt out on Mario, but like, the attention to detail and like everything about how he looks is, I think he's better looking than Saddle Lemieux.
I think it's one of the best hold right now. I think for me, like the way he look, I think it's one of the top 10 best hold we have in the game. I think definitely.
Yeah, and you know what? I think we're at the point of the game, and it kind of goes back to what we were saying at the very beginning. I feel like we're at the point in the game where we're no longer pulling just for meta or pulling just because this fills like gaps in our account. I think we're all trying to have fun. Like, we're trying to pull stuff that either we like the way it looks, or like this is more fun using giant banana, or I just want this. And I think I'm really enjoying kind of where the game is right now, because everyone's given that freedom. Everyone's enjoying the game their own style, and I don't think there's any judgment. Whereas, like, you know, even 6 months ago, we were like, oh, you know, shouldn't pull on this or shouldn't pull on that. But I think we've all gotten to the point where it's okay to pull and stuff. But talking about pulling for things, this tour we also got the brand new token pipe. So Firestorm's asked, is there a point where the token shop pipe is no longer worth the grind for tokens? And if so, where would you say that cutoff is in measuring time played against reward received? Great question from Firestorm. ThisBeChriis, I know you're probably much like myself, where it's like you got family and work and just life is crazy. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think that the answer to this question is probably highly individualized for each person. Like you said, not only based on how much time you play the game, but just based on just kind of how you want to play the game in general, how much you want to invest in it. So, I mean, I've been asking for at least a year, just that there was nothing to do between that ACR 1000 sort of limit and the 600,000, limit. And so first they gave us, up to 900,000, but then if that comes without too much of a challenge, then you're not going for ACR. There's really, usually for me, there'd be nothing to do like the last 3 or 4 days before a new tour comes out. So having something like this is amazing. Plus it's great that it's, because it's RNG, it's not like there's not a lot of like sunken costs there, where I'm going to feel the pressure to continue to pull on it because I've already gone in so far. It's like, look, if I have the time and I want to grind for another 300 or 500 tokens, great. If I don't, great. Like, it doesn't, so to me, it's a complete positive that it's there. There's nothing negative about it, in my opinion.
Yeah, other thoughts, guys? Is there kind of a point of mission return for yourself in the time scenario? Not for you, Draco. I know you.
Yeah,
you grinded right from the get-go.
So I was in vacation for 1 week. I didn't have the time actually to grind, and I wanted to do like something really unique and like almost like the first to have done it. So I spent like 3 days nonstop to probably more than 10-15 hours to grind it. And I'm loving it because as a new players, you can have access to a different way to have tokens, coins, which you don't have like always, because sometimes with the select we are not like a lot of players. Tickets, every reward into this pipe is worth getting, but it really, for me, like the lesson I learned from my 3 days was, if it's just like buy coin box, like, like those little tokens into the road where you're using a coin box, would be way more easier for us to getting those items than just by crushing the opponent, because it take way too much time, in my opinion. But overall, very positive aspect to this feature, because it allowed new players, any type of players who are bored, it just have the time to grind. They can just do it and have more tiny tickets to help their journey.
Did you do all your pulls at once, or did you just kind of do them as you got
all at once? All at once.
Cool. Did you record it? Is that on YouTube?
Yes, it is.
On YouTube.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely check out Draco655 and his channel. Links in the description. Bio, go ahead.
So one really nice thing about it, it's like having another source of cap tickets, because mainly our cap tickets come from Ranked Cup, and you know there's tier shop, but they are so overpriced. And in this token shop pipe, I got 6 golden pipes, and I got 4 cap tickets, and they were exactly where I needed to triple cap 3 items, and it was so nice. And you know, it's a grind, but I use it auto mode, as I said before. And auto mode with Funky Kong, it's so easy to get tokens. You know, I got 30, 40 tokens easily. And I wish they reduced it, the price. I think 500 tokens, it's a little bit too much, but I agree with ThisBeChriis. Second week is just so long. We have nothing to do besides rank it, and I think it's a really way to fill the week playing the game.
Yeah, for me, it's actually a great way for me to like kill time, because this is the first tour I'm actually going for ACR. So
Wow, congratulations. Good for you, man.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm like trying to get like at least 30K on all the courses, trying to get good scores. I'm at like 900K right now or something like that. And along the way, I'm able to get those tokens by hitting my opponents. And yes, it would be so much easier with the coins, which hopefully, fingers crossed, that it will be tokens next tour with the Yoshi Tour. Since Gold Yoshi will most likely have coin box, I think it will be tokens, and I think it'll be just so much easier to get those tokens, get those pipes from the shops, and even those gold pipes as well. It's going to be just so much easier because you have coin box, and you use a lot of coin boxes for ACR, so it's just going to be so much easier. Like right now, I'm in the dilemma where I'm like, do I want to go for coin box or do I want to go for like giant banana? I mean, like they're same level, but like I don't know what to do. Do I want to get the hits or do I want to get more scoring? So it's sort of like that dilemma. But if it was all just tokens, then I think it would just be so much easier. It'd be like killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
Good points. Anyone else want to add to that piece?
I hope they are permanent.
Yeah, I was going to ask, because I don't know. Forgive me. I don't know if this was in one of the questions, but the in the 2.5 announcement, you know, there's the better awards in the token shop, and there's a gold pipe. Like, do we think that there's just going to be a higher chance of gold, or do you think the token shop pipe could actually be gold and everything is going to be like high end related or extremely valuable, like, you know, 45 rubies and craziness like that?
I swear if they do that, I will go nuts.
I think it's a new feature to be permanent.
So there's I put out there our pre-show questions about if the token shop will be permanent, which I'd like to get to here in a second. But ThisBeChriis mentions on the screen that shows the 2.5 year anniversary, it shows like like a green pipe for this tour and a token pipe, and then it talks about a token pipe and shows a gold pipe for next tour, if you notice that. So yeah, I kind of brought this up in I think it was in the speed run. My thought process is you know, they could do it a couple different ways. One idea that I had is they do it the same way as the token shop that they have right now, but instead of starting at, you know, I don't know if it started at 50 or whatever, and then went up from there, if they started at like 500, and instead of 30 pulls, you only got like 10, but it went up from 500 up to 1,000. So you'd have to use 1,000 tokens to do a 1 pull, but you got 10 pulls, and there would be a, you know, guaranteed high end, and whatever that high end meant. It could mean, you know, a ticket, could mean rubies or whatever, but like a really nice prize. At least better prizes. You just wouldn't get lower level prizes. But that wasn't one idea. But I don't know if you guys have seen that little gold pipe. Do you think that means anything, or do you think that's just like, I don't know, showing you that you can get stuff, and like I don't know, it's a distraction.
Definitely means something. It
Yeah, what does it
definitely
mean?
does mean
What do
something.
you think?
I think it means like you'll be able to get all the cap tickets, all the high-end character, cart, and glider tickets, and then ACP items as well. And I think what they're going to probably do with that, they're going to add in like the 45 rubies, like the maximum amount of like currencies. So like 45 rubies, 10,000 coins, 3-point tickets. I don't know the exact numbers for everything, but like the currencies, like the maximum number of currencies for each ACP items and high-end tickets. That's all it's going to be. I feel like that's what it's going to be. I feel like it's going to be like 15. I think it's going to be like half of what the normal one would be.
I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, I would.
They're
too
quite
good.
generous. They're quite generous lately. Maybe.
It's starting. It's very like limited. Like what else would be available in that gold pipe? It's like 10 ACPs or something. Like that would be crazy. I would be down for that. That'd be so cool.
Yeah, I guess worst case scenario is they made that a gold pipe because they're referring to better high ends in the token shop that are all high end characters. You know, that would be a little cruel visually though, since they just introduced this brand new pipe. But you know, I'm hoping it's good.
Imagine if it was just. Oh, go ahead.
Go for it. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, imagine if it's just every single high end in the game currently. Just throw it in.
Wow.
Get me out
Never
there.
gonna happen. It's never gonna happen, but it's a little idea.
Yeah. No, that's interesting. All of this seems like they don't have to do this. Like we come up with, you know, some half-baked ideas sometimes, like Nintendo should do this, and we're like, nah, I don't ever do that. And then they come out with this, and we're like, what is going on? Like this is beyond amazing. Like this is such a great idea. Because the thing is, like, we love pulling on the pipe. That's such a fun part of the game. But it's like it also kind of carries that connotation with the gacha and whale and you know, the addiction factor of that piece. So it is nice that they kind of give it to the. And honestly, I'm glad that they give. I'm not going to be able to pull all 30. I might get to 20, and not because I'm choosing to. It's just I just don't think I'll have enough time to keep grinding. But and honestly, I'm having a hard time even grinding 500 wins on a ranked track. So like, I just know I'm not going to get there. But you know what? I'm all for it. I think if people are grinding this much, they should get that reward. Now, here's the thing: is that one of the reasons I think they came out with level 8 is I feel like there were a lot of people feeling that they've done everything. There's nothing left to do. You know, and I think with level 8, you know, there's in level 200 or 300 that came out. It's like you could be grinding 24/7. There's still something to do in this game. And I think from that perspective, it'll keep those grinders going. I do wonder if someone will get burnt out. Like this is like Draco. I don't know how you did that. You said 3 days straight of 10 hours a day.
I was playing like 5 hours, and I was just like doing 50cc, grinding with Super Bell, was like just going 2 minutes per track. I was like burnt out. I did not want it to do. I was like, what I'm doing right now. But I'm happy I did it what I wanted to do. I'm super happy mostly with the poll I got, but it's really a fantastic ways to get items. But one thing I'm very scared is if we have another 31 and we just need to collect the tokens with Coinbox, I feel like, you know, like the shop, it's normally like the prices on token are very expensive. And now it's a little bit like cheaper because it's just crashing up. And I feel it's going to increase more the token shop with the pipe. So that's what I'm fearing, but yeah.
I'm scared of its coins from the coin box, like you said, David, because I really don't like not getting my red coins. That's what I'm really scared, because for all cup ranking, it's all about those red coins, man. So I'm really scared. Now I'm with you. That would help us get the coins faster, but I always like clearing out those tokens and just moving back to my my red coins. So that part's really scary. It'd be kind of fun getting the tokens everywhere. But yeah, the other part of the question we put on the pre-show: do you believe this token shop will be only available in future tour celebrations, or do you think this will be permanent in the token shop?
I personally I personally see this being like a permanent thing. I think that they might lower down the pipes because right now it's 2.5 anniversary, and I think they'll just lower down the pipes later on. Just normal tours.
Lower down the pipes. So it's
Yeah,
like
lower
30,
down.
10 or something.
Yeah, I think it will go down to like 10 or something like that. I feel like they'll do that.
Okay. They could always do that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I
Never
mean, just like
actually
you have,
thought
some
of that.
tours that have, you can fire 2 freebies versus 3. They could kind of scale it up and scale it down and announce that, as like a perk of this next tour. Hey, by the way, next tour there's going to be even more
Better token
shop
shop.
pipes.
Yeah.
I sent a ticket to the customer support asking about that. I didn't receive any answers yet, but I hope it's permanent. Just a nice injection of tickets.
I think it makes sense from a business perspective too, because the more time people spend doing anything, whether it's the more time you physically spend being in a mall or physically, whatever, the more time you spend on a website, like the more likely you are to spend money. And so kind of rewarding that grinding and people who are putting in the hours, giving them, something else to do probably increases the likelihood that they're going to profit from it. So
yeah, that's a very solid point there. I think also like the more time you spend on that, the more probably you want to spend on rubies, or you spend just more gaming, just attracting more players to just want to play the game over and over. And that's a very good ways.
Because no one wants to invest in something and then walk away, right? If you feel like you earned something, like, for you, Draco, you earned, Peach Explorer, and like now you'll, especially her being part of your mushroom legacy. You're like, let's go. And so you're like, now it's something you earned. It's something you don't want to walk away from, something that you put blood, sweat, and tears to literally get.
That's why I cherish my three drivers, because I just want to put the max on them. I want to drive them and see how it goes, and just having fun with my 3 best drivers.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Good points there. So I want to make sure we left enough time for the Yoshi Tour. We've kind of already alluded to it before. Clowington asks, because you kind of can see that there's this gold token show. Actually, hold up. So what's everyone's expectations for the gold pipe in the token shop? Now that we know the group, actually, I apologize. This is the question we've already asked, but now I want to give credit to Clowington for it. There was another question about that came from Groovy. Do you have high expectations of what the ability Gold Yoshi's Egg is going to have next tour? Or are we just prepared for whatever's to come? And if so, what do you think it'll be? Well, maybe we'll do a raise of hands. Who thinks that Egg Hunt Yoshi Gold will be Coinbox? Raise your hand.
But
David, you look like you're on the edge. What do you think?
I don't know. I'm thinking of like a really cool new item, like right now on the spot. Imagine like a gold egg. Like you would throw the egg and it would leave like a trail of coins in the path.
Yeah.
And then once it explodes, it would just have a bunch of coins in the area. I'm like thinking of this as we're talking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this seems like such a cool idea.
That's really
but
cool.
They're not gonna do it. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Coinbox, but
you could even have it wouldn't even have to have it. A trail of coins would be cool, but even if it was just a gold egg that when you hit wherever it hit, it just was like this massive splurge of coins. You know what I mean?
It would make boomboxing even more crazier.
Insane.
They have released a lot of boomerang characters recently,
and Super Leaf, or not? Yes,
Super Leaf. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea. I've actually heard a number of people commenting on my videos saying that that's something that they'd like to see. I think that would be so cool. It would shake things up for sure. Mm-hmm. I think that would be pretty cool, David. Anyone else? I mean, it seems like kind of a lock, but do you think that the Yoshi Egg Hunt Yoshi Gold, do you think it'll come in a special pipe? Or no, I will say there might be a video that's released the morning of while this is premiering that makes us all look super dumb. But does anyone want to make a prediction more about how we get this this Yoshi? Do you think it'll come in a special pipe, or do you think it'll be a gold pipe? What are your thoughts, guys?
I really believe it's a special pipe driver. I think White Birdo, it's going to be on 100 pipe, and the second week I see Yoshi Kangaroo and like Black Birdo maybe. I feel like it's a special pipe driver. You know, it reminds me so much of King Bob-omb Gold in 1.5 year anniversary. I really feel that.
Yeah, they can. I mean, they could make week 1 and week 2, like a week 1, like a Birdo pipe, and week 2 a Yoshi pipe, and then have the gold Yoshi in the special pipe. I never thought about it, actually. I had kind of always had him in my mind was just a week 1 spotlight driver, but that would be really cool.
Because I don't think we ever seen a golden driver in a 100.
Yeah, I was just
pipe.
thinking that if we ever had, I don't think we have.
We didn't. They were always.
So that'd be back-to-back tours with a new spotlight driver.
Special pipe, yeah.
In a special pipe. Now it may not be spotlight, but
That was Tri-Bowser, I think. Tri-Bowser gold pipe or something with.
But I was saying like back-to-back, with this.
Yeah, so Tri-Bowser, golden Tri-Bowser was a non-spotlight on a special pipe. It was the first pack I bought it because I really wanted that and I didn't get it. I remember I got golden Dry-Buns and I hated it so much because I really wanted golden Tri-Bowser and I was mad at that time.
I still got gold dry bones there. I was doing a few singles because back in the day, I had no idea what rubies or saving even meant. So I just like did a few singles and I'm like, oh, it's a gold pipe. Okay, let's see what I get. No way, it's gold dry bones.
I still don't know what saving rubies means. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. But I will say that the Dry Bowser Gold is probably the coolest looking overshadowed driver just because of his skill. So I would hope the Egg Hunt Yoshi Gold wouldn't get that same treatment. But I mean, you never know. I will say for a coin box driver, you love the hitbox. And I wouldn't say that Yoshi doesn't necessarily have a very big hitbox in the past. So, I still think that from that perspective, I always hear people complain about Dry Bones Gold and how he has such a small hitbox. But you know what? He's still got some of the best exclusive tracks. He's in our top 10 right now because of his exclusive tracks. And from that perspective, I still think he gets shaded on too much. But because I'm a big hitbox fan, but sometimes the hate goes too far for coin box drivers. If you got coverage is coverage, man. Like you're the only one on that track. So, Gold Cooper free running, like still has a lot of exclusive tracks. So we'll see what happens with Egg Hunt Yoshi. I think there's a lot of thoughts that he'll have that coin box. Good point there. That was a good part about the Yoshi Tour. Yeah, I know David Games, you're really excited about next tour, but not because of Egg Hunt Yoshi, right?
No, I'm going for Birdo. If you've watched my channel, I still do not have Black Birdo. I don't have White or Black Birdo, and like I said, I love the more obscure characters, Monty Mole Kamek, like King Bob-omb, Birdo, Shy Guy. Like, I'm all into that kind of stuff. I don't like the Marios or the Yoshis or the Peaches. More into like the Luigis, the Daisies, like the Birdos. Like, I'm all into that kind of stuff. And it's probably why I lose all the team rallies. But
what do you think the skill will be for Birdo?
I think White Birdo will definitely have Mushroom Cannon. Black Yoshi had double Bob-ombs and Black Birdo had Bob-omb Cannon. White Yoshi had triple mushrooms, and White Birdo will probably have triple Mushroom Cannon, which I have very strong feelings about Mushroom Cannon. I know a lot of people do not like it, but in my opinion, if you know how to use it right, you can get most of the mushrooms there, and I like it so much more than triple mushrooms, in my opinion. Like, I know it's very controversial, but it's just my play style. Like, I love the cannon kind of special items. They're awesome.
That's right. I know Bio is a big fan of the banana barrels, right?
So yeah, and just so nice to farm tokens, but I really hate cannon items. I've used Bichette a lot and I hate her so much because it was the only driver I had. And I mean, a single cannon, it's okay, but the friends is so awful, so awful. I just can't play Pichette anymore.
Well,
That's probably
before our fight breaks out, I'm going to change the topic because I want to make sure you get this last question from Sammy D from Kart Life, one of the godfathers of a lot of our channels. I want to make sure to end on this note. So Sammy D asks, I for one am desperate for battle mode to be introduced to Mario Kart Tour, if for no other reason than to give us an additional way to earn rewards. Given all the different styles of battle mode from past Mario Kart games, which could you see applying best to the tour, Mario Kart Tour? Balloon battle or something else? Would the developers realistically build battle courses for the mobile platform? How would it affect things not being able to use your bricks? And would you play other actual people in some type of multiplayer style? Lastly, what items and what special skills would be the most advantageous to pull for in battle mode settings? So battle mode, guys, who loved battle mode back in the day? Raise your hand. Did anyone not like it? Did anyone not get exposed to it? What are your thoughts? Could they introduce battle mode to Mario Kart Tour? And kind of touching on all those questions from Sammy, what are your thoughts? Balloon, brakes, what do you think?
I've been saying this for literally for over 2 years now. I've been they're going to introduce battle mode at some point. It's like a given to me personally. It's one of the hugest Mario Kart modes ever. It's always in every single kind of Mario Kart, basically. I think that modes that I personally would see coming was probably just the two original ones, like the coin runners and balloon battle. I do kind of see them kind of doing something specific for Tour though. I could see them doing some kind of entire new mode, honestly.
For me, I think the most fit with a battle mode would be added into the multiplayers rather than just racing. We can actually do battles, and I think if they bring up with some rewards, so instead the player as well to do battle mode. And I think the most powerful skill would be probably like Jigaba Bomb, like random bombs everywhere and bam, explode, hit a couple of balloons there. And I mean, that would be really cool to have battles and multiplayers, in my opinion.
I think triple green shell would be insane for battle modes. I wish to see a frenzy of a triple green shells in a battle mode.
Bomb cannon, in my opinion.
I think the best would be boomerang, because whoever you're near, they're getting hit. Especially if you're in a balloon type of situation. I think I agree a lot with what you said, Ryder. I think it'll be kind of the original two modes. I don't see it being multiplayer because I just see so much problem with lag and items. I also think that probably the easiest way to do it would be to actually remove the character specific skills items and do it kind of like it is on the Wii, where you hit a question mark block. Everybody has the same chance to get whatever items they decide to put in there, because some of the skills just either wouldn't work or would be, over the top, that it would be, I don't know. I think they want as a chance to, people are driving characters that they want, aesthetically, because they own that adds a plus there. They could have you earn like tokens for popping balloons and then keep that, that pipe in the shop that could kind of go together. But I don't see it being a sort of multiplayer, and using the standard items that the characters have in Tour. That's just kind of my guess.
But I agree with half of what you said. I think it would be multiplayer, but I do think they would probably remove the skills. I think the actual skills, so everyone has, arrows, or everyone has a bomb cannon, or everyone has whatever. And to your question earlier, I was going to say Lucky 7. How did we not say Lucky 7 for that? But I don't think that's the way that they're going to do it. I think that everyone gets an arrow, and that it's pretty standard from that perspective. But the skills required is much more like a first person shooter multiplayer game, because that technology is already out there, right? So if you think about Call of Duty or any of these shooter games where you're playing against other people, how can they do that? But we can't shoot balloons. I think the technology is there enough for us to have battle mode, that style. But, you know, I think they're gonna have to do something with the brakes, or it's gotta be a little different from that respect. But yeah, I think it's totally plausible, and I think it would be a lot of fun just to, you know, try, you know, bring in some people that would have that type of skill set into a racing game.
Something is gonna happen with battle mode. I just know it. Ryder, for the past year and a half, Ryder and I have always talked about battle mode, and when they added the feather functionality to the files of the game, I think that essentially confirms it, in my opinion. Like it just
Super Leaf? Is that what you're saying?
No, the feather. There was like some feather. I don't know. I saw a video by Hydra. Yeah, like Hydra made a video where like there's a feather item that goes unused, and it's like a little jump, but it uses the model of the banana like sideways. Very interesting.
Huh. I didn't know that. To be honest with you.
Yeah. I think it got added in the 2.12 update.
Okay.
So
that's pretty cool. That's pretty interesting. Yeah. Bio, did you say anything about battle mode?
Yeah, but I'm actually not very into it. I have a problem with multiplayer because of the lag. Annoys me so much, so I don't play that much. I feel like battle mode would be a pain with that type of lags. So I wish they fixed that before. But would be a nice thing to do in the game. I really enjoy watching it. I prefer watching than playing. I really like the chaos. But I think they have to fix the lags.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't like multiplayer either because of the lag. It's something you kind of get used to. In fact, like if you shoot a green shell, it's actually much more accurate than it normally would be, like in a real match that against the computer. So they kind of gave you a little bit there. But we've been doing multiplayer Mondays for the last 6 months or so, and it's grown on me. I've been really enjoying multiplayer. It's actually a lot of fun when you're playing with people you know and having fun. The Kart Pro, it's a little annoying because you're like, come on, can I just leave me alone just for like one last race, please, just leave me alone. I've gotten 2 in a row, and then I actually was in the airport and about to win my third, and somehow I lost connection, so I had to start all over, and I was like, oh, come on, man. So I haven't even tried since the day one. I was going to Orlando, so yeah. Go ahead.
I'm using like Pink Shy Guy in the gold egg with like heart balloons. Like, can you not tell him trying to win Kart Pro? Like, just leave me alone.
You're trying really hard.
Get off me, bro.
Trying so difficult. Like, get away.
Well, we are closing in on 2 hours. Can you believe it? It's been flying by. So one of the things that we've been doing every time as we close out Kart Talk is just kind of speaking to someone like Draco 655. Like this time, 6 months ago, if you could go back and tell that person that just started playing the game, what would you tell them? So, I think from that perspective, it's something we've been doing for the last couple Kart Talks. Draco, if you want to, what would you go back and tell yourself as you were starting the game?
Honestly, I think the best way to enjoy the game and having the most fun, because we already know we have too much drivers, too much kart, too much gliders. And if you really play and want to be competitive, I think the best way is to invest into the drivers you enjoy the most. Try to not invest on everything because it's impossible. And I think that way everyone can succeed, because you will have way more fun when you make effort and spend money into a character you really enjoy and you're actually using it. Because it's really sad to just take something to level 8 or something and never use it actually, because one other driver is better than the others. So I think play with your heart, have fun, and play with the character you like, and just play with the peaches.
Show peace and love. Yeah, no, it's interesting, right? One of the things, if you if you want to get me really riled up, if you want to put in the comments and just like on one of my videos and say, I really this is amazing for me because I have it at this high level. I have it at 8,700, so it's really useful for me. I get that comment all the time. They'll say,
"Oh my gosh!"
They'll say it like the ribbon rider. They're like, "Well, I have it at 8,700, so it's really useful for me." And the way I see it is like you could take anything to 8,700, and it's going to be useful to you because it's 8,700. But to that, so rant aside, to that point, make whatever you like 8,700 and make that thing useful to you. Like that's what's great about this game. To your point, Draco, is like, hey, you know what? You have full control over your inventory. Yeah, you can try to make room around your coverage, but level 8 was a great opportunity to set your pillars. Like invest in what you want and let that be what you build your account around. And so from that perspective, yeah, I absolutely love that recommendation. Really, really helpful. David, go ahead.
Oh, so basically what I did about 6 months ago, it was about October, so yeah. I was actually just starting to get my favorite drivers to level 6. At the time it was Bowser Jr. Pirate, Cat Toad, Pauline Party Time, and all the original characters. So Pauline Party Time, Cat Toad is probably the only one that was actually useful from those at the time. And Pauline Party Time, like everyone always was like, "Oh, she's so bad. She has so much overlap." I'm like, oh, I love her. She has probably the best design for one of the female alts in the game, in my opinion. So
yeah, I can see that. Yeah,
I'm like, I made her useful for me. Waluigi Pinball, like she would be really useful if that track ever came in ranked. 3DS Rainbow Road R. I've been wanting that track in ranked ever since I got her to 6. And it's just like, if I could tell myself 6 months ago to what to do, I'd be like, continue to stop buying packs and try to keep saving your rubies, because I was a hot mess.
Continue to stop. Got it. All right, we can do that. That's that's helpful, and I think that's another thing that we charged the community with going into level 8 is just don't worry about what other people are doing. Just do your own thing, and I think that you hit that on the head pretty well there, David. Ryder, what would you go back and tell either yourself 6 months ago or a new player 6 months ago?
I would probably go back and tell myself to have better rank strategies. And what I mean by that is that I want to keep, like nowadays, I want to keep grinding and try to do the best I can. I used to do the strategy where I come in like 6th place and go down a tier, but since there's more tiers now and I'm trying to get to that gold Mii Suit and I'm starting to get like more player levels, I'm starting to grind a little bit more and trying more stuff out, because sometimes I'm like, if I don't get good enough frenzies, I'm just like, might as well just go down a tier or just not try at all. But nowadays, I've been trying really, really hard in each tour, and it's been working out pretty well for me. It turns out I can do way better. I used to use tickets back then too, and I'm like, okay, maybe I might try doing this ranked. And then it's like, nope, I never did. And I did bad decisions with tickets back then too. So nowadays, I'm better off with what I'm doing now. And I've been saving a lot of tickets for good moments, just like how I said earlier, Vacation Luigi, level 6. And I feel like that's a good choice I made.
Yeah, no, I think time will tell, but I think anytime you're using a boomerang driver, a top skill, it's going to turn out to be just fine for you. I like that. So do you use any spreadsheets, or do you use calculators like Frenzy Fans calculator or anything like that to know kind of where your ceiling is for ranked?
I sometimes use spreadsheets, but I haven't really used much of them recently.
As I say, for someone who is starting out and trying to do ranked, it is nice to kind of know, where your ceiling is with what you have right now, and that way you don't use tickets, haphazardly. I think haphazardly is I do it all the time, and it's one of those things behaviors I'm trying to change here this year. as well. But ThisBeChriis, you were kind of shaking your head. What's your thoughts? What would you go back and say?
First I'd say, if you're interested in the Frenzy Fans calculator, the last strat chat, there was a beautiful guest on who very gracefully learned how to use the calculator.
This person be you?
Yeah, that was me.
Nice.
So obviously you've been watching Frenzy Fans videos.
That's
busted. Yeah, so I mean, a lot of great points made. Saving your rubies is good, but I think in honor of Draco, I would like to point out one of the other extremely important life lessons that a lot of us live by here, and that is YOLO. So let's go for it. Let's try and get these out of here.
Let's go.
Right?
Let's go.
Let's
This
go.
is for Draco.
Thank you, dude.
Hey,
Let's go.
There we go.
which pipe is this, by the way? Which pipe?
That's Peach.
Week 2.
Sorry, this is week 2. I've just done
Yep.
my 2 freebies that were both
Peach Sugedai is
both
right
normal.
here.
Oh my god.
Peach
Peach.
and
Let's
Daisy.
go. Let's go,
Peachy.
Peach.
All right.
Okay.
Right.
It is kind of nice being able to like, okay, you don't have, you're actually one day I want to max these things. So, there's value in getting these normals.
Yeah. Every single daily count until you can get some points.
Yeah, I've only, other than a couple of high ends, I maxed out the normal Holy Trinity. Sorry.
I'm sure
and,
Peach is right here. Right
Yeah,
here.
she's coming. I can
Oh, it's
see
right
it.
here.
something's coming.
She's coming. She's coming. Here she is.
Her cart.
Her card. Oh wow, you're getting a lot of
The best card.
3 months.
That's
Oh, wow.
the third one.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's my last pull.
Last one. Here it is. Here it is. Star.
Oh,
Star.
there we go.
Oh, here
Oh
we
my
go.
God.
There you
It's
go.
Dry Bowser.
Oh,
Okay. We'll take it. We got Daisy
Yukata.
Yukata.
Daisy.
There we go.
She's
Now
We got
level
one.
8.
She's the
Level 8
best
now.
one.
Oh, there's one more. Sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
first of all,
Oh.
Daisy set for you.
Okay.
very nice.
That's a double.
That's a nice
There you
Okay.
go. A little free double.
Congratulations.
Welcome to the Daisy realm.
I'm proud.
There you
I'm
go.
proud.
I probably never would have put on this pipe, but decided to do it for fun. But I also know that with packs and stuff, I'll have enough next tour for Yoshi. So don't ever try
I
not to shoot
appreciate
yourself
it.
in the
Thank
foot,
you.
but have fun every once
You
in a while.
mean Birdo, right?
I'll at least do it. I always, truth be told, I usually at least put a YOLO into every pipe, but yeah, I'll probably throw one in for.
I can tell you next tour for me, it's a saving tour.
Oh,
Gotta save for
I
those
gotta
princes.
I have to get Black Birdo. I've got a year.
I can't believe you got a whole year without getting her. Bio, I think you're the last one to share your advice, either to yourself 6 months ago or to a new player that just started 6 months ago.
For me, I think is to take the game easier, because I'm really competitive and I really go for the best scores. Sometimes I'll try in a track for 10 hours straight and it's exhausting.
Wow.
Wow.
This week, this ranked week in Ninja Hideaway, I've been trying for Lucky 7 coin for 10 hours straight and finally got it, but I don't think I should be doing that very often. This is something I have to work, and saving rubies also. And for new players, just really learn how to drift. This will change your life. You'll be so much happier when you do your first non-stop combo.
I agree.
A non-stop combo, the first one, just so amazing. I remember my first one on Choco Island, and just that there was, I think it was Choco Island T, and it was so easy to do it, but I was so happy that I achieved that. So probably drifting.
Drifting, yeah. Draco,
Yes.
had a couple minutes here left. So did you learn how to drift right away, or did it take you a long time?
I was doing manual drift at the start, like the steering, and then after that, I saw a couple of videos because I really wanted to learn, because I'm really competitive in Mario Kart, anything. And I did learn after 1 month or 2 manual drift. And I keep the entire way just manual drift because this is the best way to earn points, easier for the drift. You can stall, you can do all the strategy with Lucky 7, bloopers, and it's the best way to get point. And I see my score like flying up since I learned that. I'm still learning how to drift some tracks, but that's the best advice I can say to a new player. Learn right away. Manual drift is the best way to play.
Yeah.
And when you play, you usually play with a Michael Jackson glove, right? You got one.
Yep. I have I don't have with me right now, but oh yeah, I do. I did go hard for Mario Kart Tour. I buy a glove, just a glove for playing that. I buy an iPad for just now. I'm playing on iPad because why not? It's way better iPhone. I'm just addicted to this game right now. I'm go all in. I want my top 1,000 with the princess. I want to show to Carlos that's possible to doing it.
Yeah, I also got a finger glove. This is Carlos.
I did try the finger glove, but my it's too big for me, so I need it. Yeah, better.
Well, yeah, the glove is bigger. That is for sure. Size does matter. No, I mean, I do know that some people play with an iPad, and they actually say that they have more control. Do you see a difference with an iPad?
I think I see the game a little bit more bigger, so it's way more fun. But yeah, I have more freedom to actually get my good turns. So there's like some positive and negative as well because I mean, our iPad is pretty big. But I think it's doing pretty good for me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Go ahead, David.
I actually have an alt account that I use on my iPad, and it sometimes like has like a lot of lag spike. My iPad is pretty like one of the newer ones, I guess, but it sometimes has a weird lag spike. But other than that, I always play in landscape mode on it, and it's just it gives you so much more freedom to move around, and gives you more freedom to like try to go where you're trying to go, especially with manual drift. Like on the small screen, you're like trying to go, okay, go this way, go that way, go this way. But on the iPad, you have like more freedom. You have such a big screen to work with.
Yeah. Yeah, I will say that's the part I would be the most intrigued about, because I feel like I'm running into the side of my phone all the time. I'm pretty eccentric with my movements. However, I will say, I will contradict what you said earlier at the very beginning, ThisBeChriis. I love that I can play like this, because I could just be like hanging out at the airport or, at the gym in between sets, and I could just do a quick race and not look like, I'm racing on Mario Kart Tour. So I don't know, to me, it is nice that I look somewhat normal, pretending to be on my, doing something on my phone and pretending like I'm a normal person when I'm really very competitively trying to grind tokens and whatnot. But I don't know.
I gave up pretending trying to look normal a long time ago. So.
Yeah, people probably still think I'm probably weird. I'm probably still like going like this.
Turning your head.
I'm doing all right. All right, well, guys.
At his phone.
Guys, this has been a blast. We're now 2 hours in, so I'll let you each of you guys say goodbye to the people that are watching Kart Talk, and just let them know why they should check out your channel, and then I'll let ThisBeChriis go at the end, and then myself. So we'll start in reverse order. Draco, why don't you say goodbye to the people who are watching Kart Talk, and Mom, let them know why Mushroom Legacy is something they should check out.
Yeah, I mean, thank you to invite me to this talk, and I have so much fun talking with writers, David Games, Bioluk, and Chris. Also, I appreciate your reply for me. But yeah, I mean, thank you so much for inviting me. That was really fun. Also, if you're looking for nice content and see my journey to top 1,000 with only Daisy, Peach, and Rosanna, check me out. We're gonna get this. We already at 8,000K ACR. Can you imagine that?
Woo!
I started in I don't even know how many months, but since September can reach that mark, and we can go higher and higher. Come check me.
Awesome. Bio.
First, I would like to thank you for the invite, and to thank everyone here. It was such a nice talk, and well, you can try to learn a little bit of Portuguese in my channel, but you can also check for really nice scores, nice runs, and I'm always posting ranked cup runs. So if you have a doubt where line to follow, what's the best strat, you can check it out. And I want to ask to Elite Racers members, please take a week off. I want the top 10 badge. That's it. Take a week off, guys.
Nice, man. Well, I appreciate everything you do for those that speak Portuguese and breaking down that barrier. Like that's really awesome. And I'm just curious to see how many other people are out there taking the community and being passionate with whatever language. It's crazy that we all live on this planet Earth and we speak different languages, and but we can all love and we can all gather together and enjoy some Mario, even though we don't like his ults. Ryder, why don't you say goodbye to those who are watching Kart Talk, and let them know what they could be seeing on your channel.
Yeah, it was a good honor joining this Kart Talk with you all. I love talking to you all. It was really, really fun. On my channel, I usually do lots of like pipe bowl videos. That's like my biggest thing, in my opinion, on my channel. I love doing pipe bowls, and yeah, that's basically my thing. That's like my huge thing on my channel. So if you want to go check it out, if you haven't already, just check it out. Just Ryder Games.
Ryder Games, yeah. And if all the links to everyone's channels will be in the description. I think everyone likes pipe bowls. I will say, like no matter how many videos I come out, like I'll come out with a strat of the week and Kart Talk and like these special episodes. Pipe pool is always the top viewer because people just love watching people pull pipes. It's crazy how that is. But yeah, Ryder, thanks for joining us, and appreciate taking the time here to join us. And then finally, David, thanks for joining us, man. Tell the people a little goodbye and why they should check out your channel.
So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Studfit, for inviting me. It's a great honor to be here. And if you guys like concepts or learning how to make graphics, or like you see all these great fan concepts in the community, and that's basically what I'm doing. Working on a website about it.
That's right.
It should be up soon. It should be up pretty soon. If you want to see more like concepts or like fan-made kind of stuff, go check out my channel. We have a lot of fun on my channel.
And really good editing skills. So if you hate how bad I am at editing, check out David Games, because he's.
I need to learn that.
I really hate that part of this whole process, but
it's a tedious thing to do.
It is.
But
I don't have enough
to
time.
Get used to it.
I'm not even good at playing the game and grinding the game. So to think about grinding these skills here. No, this is a very unique platform, Kart Talk, and it's been so much fun. Thinking back to we're probably close to like 100 different people being on this show. But the way it works is that I allow all my super studs to be able to join Kart Talk any week that they want to, and really they keep this going. And then anytime that I wish to arrange around the schedule that or the time that works best for the super studs, and then I fill in the gaps. So I always try to be strategic. We actually had, James was traveling on vacation, so was Friends and Fans of Spring Break for a lot of people. So we had a wide open cast of openings. So I'm so glad you guys, all 4 content creators, were able to join me. This was really fun. You should, I basically wanted to kind of hand select a few people that you should be following. So definitely follow them if at all possible. And then ThisBeChriis was like, hey, I don't have a channel. Are you sure you want me on here? I said, absolutely. It's so great having, consistent people on here, and also showing people that, by becoming a member, you're involved in these, and, I've been trying to get that's one of my missions for this year, was just getting members more involved in what I'm doing already. I don't have a lot of time to come up with a lot of new stuff. So I'm just trying to get everyone involved. So you hear people joining me for pipe bowls, you hear audience coming in the VC for tour reveals, and I hopefully would like to do more of that. But I think Kart Talk and the opportunity to join me here for super studs like ThisBeChriis is one of the coolest things and most unique opportunity really on the entire YouTube creation process for Mario Kart Tour. I think this is one of the most cool opportunities. So ThisBeChriis, thank you so much for supporting our channel. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. What would you like to say goodbye to some of your fans?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll just kind of echo what you said. I mean, the number one reason why I became my super stud is to be able to do this, because after seeing the first couple of Kart Talks, I was like, that'd be so neat just to like talk to people that love this game as much as I do, that are obsessed with it as much as I am, who spend as much on it as I do, and just get to meet these awesome people, because that's what's so cool about this game is that the community that surrounds it, whether it's all the discords and all these guys' YouTube channels and everything. It's an awesome community, and the more you're involved in that, it makes the game that much more special. So but yeah, I'll just end my time by saying, yeah, everybody please go check out these other 4 guys channels, get them to 1,000 subs if they're not there yet, and yeah, may the hit boxes be ever in your favor. And
I don't do a good job of doing this, but by the way, all of these episodes, all of the Kart Talks are available on Apple Podcasts. They're available on Spotify. There's a great opportunity to listen to this while you're playing. I always forget to mention that, and then people are like, wait, it's been on this whole time. And yeah, I just make sure to make sure it's available so you can listen and play, especially now that the audio has all been fixed while playing the game. At least for my phone, it's been all good. But thank you guys all for joining. Thank you for those viewers at home for watching and listening and just enjoying these conversations. We are excited to get to episode 20 next. I can't believe it's been 20 episodes. Geez, it's been so much fun doing this. But thank you, content creators, for joining us. Thank you guys watching at home, and we'll see you on hopefully the rundown next week. See you guys.
All right, see ya.
See ya.
Yeah.